things to talk about. We have had a very successful opening today. It was exciting to visit schools. I was able to visit 12 schools, and I found some back ways to get through all those schools. It was interesting, except it's my understanding that Mr. Moronis beat me. You had 17 or something? 18, well, I had meetings this afternoon, so it's all right. The thing that was very exciting is to see how smoothly the openings were. In all the schools that I went to, the principals were very appreciative of the district office staff that came to assist, and board members, many of you came to assist as well. The only thing that we heard as far as a snag at the beginning of the day is that there was a youngster, a first grader, that his father dropped him off at the elementary school, and he decided he did not want to go to school today, and so he chose to march himself home. But we did find him a half hour later, and he was fine. It was just that he did not like going to school today. A number of groups participated in making our schools very successful for their opening. In addition to the custodians at every site that made sure that the schools were well cleaned, the office staff was well prepared in assisting parents and students be enrolled if they hadn't already enrolled. The locks in all of our schools have been changed. Elementary schools have been changed with the new locks that the board authorized last spring, so we were very appreciative to Jeff Daniels and his staff, and also with the assistance of Tim Cody and his staff to make sure that this is working. At many of our schools we had new buildings that were designed and planned, and there was a hope that they'd be open by the first day of school. And in some cases we were apprehensive that they weren't going to be ready and we'd have to do something else. And as I went around and visited earlier this week, we were ahead of schedule. And so that was also very, very good for the district, but also we appreciate the contractors that the district hired to bring that work about. And so if you end up going to Valley View, you'll see some new buildings. There's also some excellent remodeling work at Ignacio Valley High School, in Ignacio Valley Elementary School, and many of the other places. We do know that there's one project at College Park High School. We did not know how many more months it was going to take, and now we find out that it may be just weeks before months before it's going to be ready. So we have been very successful and very fortunate in escalating our completion schedule. I have some information for the board with regard to the Diablo Valley Athletic Association is providing the year pass for the board, so only take one because these are very valuable, and that allows you to participate in any Diablo Valley Athletic Association event for the 2013-2014 school year. Another thing that I just found out about in the earlier this week is that there is a article in the NEA national publication that's called What I've Learned, a Peer Coach's Experience with New Teachers, and this was written by one of our teachers, Johanna Ruhala, and so I'm providing the board with a copy of that article. And number one, it's a well-written article, and number two, I'm very proud of the fact that one of our teacher coaches was selected by NEA to have their article published. So this is a big thing. So I'm hoping that, is Teresa Harrington here to hear this?
Yes.
Teresa, I've got a copy for you right here, and I'm hoping that you will publish every word of it in your article. We did receive two things. One piece of information that we received today is a little bit disconcerting, and that deals with the fact that the state, in their new LCFF, local control funding formula, they just informed us today that there's going to be a delay in which they're going to be providing us with the final calculations. We were hoping for something in the next 60 days, and now they're naming that we may not get something until P2, which is in next spring or even maybe June. So what we're going to be having to do as a district is to use our old strategy in what the county is telling us may be the new design, and then we will find out what the final design is, towards the end of the school year. So this is very disappointing, especially when we're moving towards negotiating with our employee organizations. So we're going to be sharing this information also with our employee organizations in the next weeks as we continue our negotiation process. The last thing is that the test scores for our school district, and this includes information on the API and the AYP, is embargoed until 11:30 tomorrow morning. But the board members have been sent something with the caveat that you're going to keep it embargoed until 11:30 tomorrow morning. So when you get home, I know that you would like to jump to look at your email, and you'll find the information that staff has prepared with regard to how we've done for the 12-13 school year, and some of the ideas that we have in preparation for the 13-14 school year. And so with that, I'm not going to continue to talk, but I do want to welcome Nellie Meyer. She and I have met earlier this evening, and we're going to be talking after the meeting also, and meeting again tomorrow morning. So that's my report.
Thank you, Dr. Bernard.